What is the most common disease affecting a lot of people today? Why are many people slaves in their own world and have not been able to achieve financial independence? Put it in the comment section. What do you think is one of the key reasons why many people have not achieved financial independence and are not living their life? The answer to that is pretty simple. Gambling is one of the key diseases that is destroying the life of many. We live in a world where many people think they can become successful overnight through gambling. And it has really affected a lot of lives to the extent that there are people who have taken their bosses' money in the name of gambling, betting, engaging in various other forms of gambling with the hope that they are going to make the money and be able to pay off the money that they took from their boss, and then boom, they can build wealth. One of the things you must understand is that financial independence is not about being a gambler. You see, if you have watched the Squid Game season 2 and maybe season 1 and season 2 together, you will realize that one of the core reasons why many people end up to becoming players in the game was because of what? Gambling. Especially in the season 2, there was a certain scene where the recruiter, the one who goes around to recruit the participants or the players of the game, went somewhere in a park somewhere and was having food. And this place had a lot of homeless people there. And so he had food, bread, and then lottery ticket. And then he offered it to the people. About 99% of the people there did not take the food. So although they were hungry, they risked it to take the lottery ticket. Then he gave them a coin to scratch. And all of them did not get anything. Then he came to the middle of the park and put the food down and stamped on it. Now, whilst he was stamping on the food, these same people who were given opportunity to choose between food and lottery ticket and went for the lottery ticket came and they said, "Oh, why are you destroying the food? We are hungry. You don't have to destroy the food. You could give the food to us. We could eat. We are hungry." Then he told them, "I gave you a choice between food and lottery ticket, and you chose lottery ticket." And that is actually the disease that is affecting a lot of people's life. There are many people who think they can become financially independent, they can become wealthy overnight. Yes, I know somebody is going to say, "Yeah, Nhyira, I know this person who won the lottery. I know this person who won the bet. I know this person who, did something and then won a lot of money. And today he has bought this car, she has bought this car, running this life." The problem with that is that you are using the exception to set the rules. The fact that someone, quote unquote, has said they have become wealthy, they have become successful through lottery, through betting, through other forms of gambling, does not mean that is the way wealth is created. And in case you don't know, data has shown that over a period of time, the people who get that instant money through gambling, betting, and those things end up becoming broke later on. Why? Because they don't have the knowledge of making money, keeping money, and multiplying money. What am I trying to say? What I'm saying is this: that if you want to achieve financial independence, if you want to get to a point in time where you can drive your dream car, live in your dream house, do things that you like, go to the mall, buy things without looking at the price, and really have a peaceful life, the option is not to become a gambler. It is not to become a betting expert. Today, in our country here, go to the various sports betting centers. You see people there, and they are all there engulfed with this virus, and they want money. And they are anxious. They can, because they can see that, yeah, with one Ghana cedi, they are going to get X amount of money. And they are like, "Oh, I can use this small money," and they get. Then they are going to be selecting the teams, and before they realize it, one team or two teams destroy everything for them. And then they go again because, yeah, it's going to be good. It's going to be good. It's going to be good. To the extent that in some of the gaming centers, we have children or people below the age of 18 Why? Because we have created a system and we have made it appear that the way out of financial misery is through gambling. And there are people who are gambling their destinies. There are people who are gambling their future out. There are people who are gambling their lives out. What am I saying? What I'm saying is this. There is only one way you can achieve financial independence. There is only one way that you can make money, keep money, and multiply money. And that way is through providing value to the market, period. That is how you make money. You provide value to the marketplace. Elon Musk is not a billionaire because he's a gambler. Elon Musk is not a billionaire because he does betting. Talk to all of the rich and wealthy people you know in our country here in Ghana and across Africa. Name it. Dangote, name it. All of the people that you know about. They didn't become wealthy overnight. They identified a problem in the marketplace, developed a solution, put together a team, and took that solution to the market and provided that to the market. And that is how they make money. This is very important because our society is gradually becoming an arena where people think they can sleep and wake up and make money. And sometimes I don't blame them because they look at social media and they are seeing somebody, a small boy, maybe they are age mates or they are classmates, and this guy is driving a car. This guy is living in a certain house. This guy is wearing a certain clothes. Then they say, oh, show us the way. What did you do? Then they say, oh, Charlie, this bed, this, that. And people are gradually forgetting the ancient principle of providing value, making money, to just living a life of chance and risks. Listen to me. If you want to make money, you have to become valuable in the marketplace. We live in a world where you will see one person like that. Somebody just graduated from the university, have absolute zero knowledge about how life works. Then you see that person sitting down and say, hey, if I get a job, or I want a job, but if the job is not going to be paying me 5,000 Ghana cedi a month, then I'm not going to work. This is the kind of mindset that people are having. You came from the university, you absolutely doesn't have any clue about how the heck businesses are run, businesses are supposed to be done, and you want to be paid 5,000 Ghana cedis because of what? You have a university degree? That is not how the world works. What is the value you are adding to the company? Companies do not employ people merely because of their qualification. Companies employ people based on the value that the people are adding to the company. That's all. That is why the CEO sometimes is not the most educated person in the company. The board chairman sometimes is not the most educated person in the company. The other people are not sometimes the most educated people in the company, but they are paid more. Why? Because of the value they provide to the market, because of the value they provide to the company. Listen to me carefully. If you want to build a sustainable life, if you want to build a life where you are comfortable, you want to build a life where you can sleep, wake up, and consistently you know how you are going to be making money, consistently you know how you are going to be able to live the life that you want, you need to have financial literacy. Having financial literacy simply means that knowing how to make money. Now, making money does not mean betting your life out on sports betting, on gambling, on the lottery. And these days, it has become easy, including some media houses here in Ghana who encourage people, hey, watch our channel, listen to our radio, and then, buy a ticket, and we're going to do a raffle, and then you can get X amount of money. Again, I am not coming under anybody's business, or I'm not coming after anybody's business. I'm not the one to tell them how the heck they are supposed to run their business. But you have to understand that wealth is built through providing value to the market. sustainable wealth is built. Yes, you can get high once in a while, but that is not how success is built. It's like listening to motivational messages. Whilst you are listening to the motivational speaker speaking, you are going to be hyped. Because it's like drugs. You're going to be hyped. And you're going to be hyped and say that, hey, from today, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, I'm going to go here, I'm going to go here, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. And you are hyped in that moment. But after an hour, after 6 hours, by the following morning, that motivation is gone. Why? Because you need to motivate yourself and identify what it is that you have to do in order for you to become successful. What am I saying? I'm saying that wealth building is not about gambling. And if you look at the Squid Game, the movie Squid Game, and watch it and look at how people's lives were destroyed, it's because they lacked financial intelligence, because they thought they could gamble their way out, especially when they played the first game. After the first game, a couple of people died. And so people became afraid because they didn't know that if you lose the game, you're going to be killed. And so the people died. Now they divided themselves into two. There were some people who were like, hey, it's okay. We've played one game. We've got some money. Let's go. Then there were other people who were greedy. And they're like, hey, listen, let's play one more game so that we can make one more money. Forgetting that they're going to die. And some of the people who voted in favor for them to continue with the next game so that they can make more money died during the second game. And that is how life is. People feel that they can bet their way out, they can gamble their way out without following ancient, consistent values of how to make money, how to keep money, how to multiply money. Again, once in a while, you may make some gains and you're like, yo, I've made some gains. But if you do the maths carefully, you will realize that you are destroying your life, you are wasting money, and you are literally putting your life at risk. You don't have to experience that because life is not supposed to be lived like that. If you can be patient and acquire financial literacy and understand that money is made through providing value to the market, then I can guarantee you can be in the position so that you can make money legitimately without stress, without fear, and live your life so that you can really become happy in life. Let me hear from you in the comment section. What do you think about this? Have you gambled before? If you have, why do you do it? How has your experience been? Do you know somebody who has been doing that? How has their life been? And remember, knowledge about finances must be obtained because nobody becomes that great. It is just once in a while, but nobody becomes great financially through those channels. You can build sustainable wealth through following practical financial knowledge like becoming valuable, identifying problems in the marketplace and providing solution, and then being the person who solves the problem for the rich. That way you'll be rewarded, and that is how you make money and live a happy life. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.